Hey there, it is time for another breakthrough. This time it is about a professional identity clearing that creates success stories everywhere. So hi, if you don't know me, my name is Juha Tunkelo and I've got something mind-blowing to tell you today. You always knew this one thing about yourself, didn't you? Everybody does this. You know deep down that there is something you were meant to do in life. Maybe you're not doing anything like it right now, maybe you're doing something like it right now, but you always knew that there was something you were meant to do. You just didn't quite know how to grasp it. And there's this height of achievement that you know that you're really meant for. So, this is me. My name is Juha Tunkelo. I live in Helsinki, Finland. I'm a, what you could say, successful copywriter. I'm a very proud father of two, a 4-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old schoolboy, and I'm generally very happy about life right now. But these are just superficial facts, and here's something you may not know about my past that I need to tell you in this context. Before all of this internet stuff you may know me for, I had a very different career. I started out as a translator in the late 90s, I think. Then I moved on to localize software, a logical transition. Then I went on to become a technical writer, then a team leader for technical writers, and then on to be a technical communications consultant. There aren't very many of them, and they are pretty well regarded. I got into some good positions, yada yada, and finally I branched out on my own and created a software company around what I knew. So that's what happened, and then all of a sudden everything changed. Why? There are many reasons, but all of a sudden everything changed. Suddenly I didn't have a logical progression anymore because I'd done it all in that industry. I was fast tracking through a career and it had come to a natural end, and all of a sudden I had nowhere else to go. And there was, at the time, it felt a little unfair, but really it just had run its course. So what I did was take some time and started exploring different interests that I had in store. I went into some natural products business and I started creating and publishing information products. I did some affiliate marketing, you may have seen, and finally I basically learned copywriting and became a copywriter over time, copywriter for hire. And while all these things were natural to me, all through this process, I felt like, well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, but let me try this, let me try this. This logical progression wasn't there anymore. And I had this feeling, if only someone had told me what to do, what to focus on, then I could have, saved myself that time of trying to find the right thing to do and a lot of struggles. Have you ever had that feeling? Maybe you're having that right now. I don't know, but hold that thought. I'll get back to this. So, meanwhile all this is happening, something else that is a little bit odd, to me at least, that was happening. For some reason, people have always come to me for career and life advice. It's a little bit weird, I know, but if somebody lost a job or they're looking to create a new business, they just come to me, and apparently they view me as a trusted person. I don't look for it. Somehow they just show up and look for my advice when they're finding their way. And there's a reason I mention this, not just because of entertainment value or anything like that. Because there was a pattern, another pattern. Lately, a lot of my work has been to help entrepreneurs market their businesses online and offline. But so often, before I could even start offering my real services, my copywriting or product launch management or any of those things, I had to often just help them get clear about what they were trying to achieve, what was the product they were getting out, And there's a lot of moving parts in business, especially, or in corporate life just as much. And just as I was after my first career, I was confused, and it's just as easy for anybody else to become confused when exploring your life and your career without a map, so to speak, when you don't have a logical place to go to next. And okay, there was a pattern here, and I decided to put it to the ultimate acid test. I took on, I wanted to test, can I really do this? Can I really help people get clear and get some magnificent results? And if there's a formula here, I'll find out. So, okay, my first test client was a bit of a tough one because she'd been between jobs for years, alternating some university studies and unemployment, a little art, a little this, a little that. So it wasn't necessarily easy. And it took a couple of intense but highly pleasurable sessions for me and some minor homework on her part. And then, uh-oh, she disappeared. And I got really worried, puzzled, embarrassed, and I waited and I waited. Had I done something wrong? Had I so misjudged my ability to advise people on career matters and, to sort of counsel people through their confusion? And 2 weeks later, a text message comes in, and here's what it said. Hey, I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch. It's just because I've been really just flying about. I don't know what you did, but it sure worked. Thanks. And I have to say, I sighed a long sigh of relief because I knew it. I knew what I was doing was working for people, and this was it. And then it hit me. This really is all about clearing your professional identity. When my first test client here, as soon as she hit that moment of clarity and the moment of identity shift, she just left everything behind and she just went for it and she couldn't even help it. And she contacted me later. She just took off. So I was on a roll. Now I quickly put together another small group of test clients. I was still a little bit worried. It could have been a fluke. It was time to see if I can create this into a formula. So a few days later, I had 3 more case studies done. And yeah, in every case, very relieved clients virtually taken off the ground. Very different cases, by the way. Some of them were entrepreneurs, some of them between jobs, some of them in corporate jobs, and all of them somehow something happened beneath the surface and they were able to get clear and really just become go-getters like they once were. So, what do you know? This can be done for anyone at all. I tried all kinds of clients and everybody had the same experience. So there was one final test, me. I had a friend perform this same process, this professional identity clearing process on myself, and you know what happened? This happened. I realized that I need to do this as part of my work in some kind of official manner. I need to offer this instead of just help some clients here and there and some friends, because this is what seems to be naturally happening. So now it's your turn to get clear and to thrive. These results are amazing, and I've been waiting for quite some time to actually create this into something that I can present to you, and I know that it's going to work for you. And here's the thing though, it's a little bit limited. It's because it's in person mentoring, coaching, counseling, whatever you want to call it. It's basically you and I talking. So I'm taking on maximum 20 people on a first come first served basis, and what it gives you is the very same experience these test clients of mine had. Basically this super clearing effect and take off and succeed. And It's going to come at a 75% discount from my normal price, which is going to kick in next month. And it's, yeah, for right now, it's only for people who already know me from newsletters, mailing lists, which is probably how you found this video. And like you and I know, summer comes knocking. I value my time, my family's time, and yours as well, and I will not flood my schedule. So 20 people max, and that's it. So how do you know if this is for you? Are you confused about your current career prospects and choices? Are you perhaps looking to create a new business? Maybe you're wanting to reach a new level in whatever you're doing, but somehow it's not happening. Are you perhaps nurturing a long-time dream about what you would like to do, but you're not quite sure how to do it from where you are right now? Or it can be any turning point of any kind in life. You need a transformation, and you're looking for something that will make it happen. Or perhaps maybe you're wanting to know what you're really made to do. That's really what this is about. So, what do you stand to gain? You can overcome your inner conflict about career, aspirations, self-confidence, all of those things that traditionally hold people back and have held me back at different points in time. So you'll gain clarity, firmness of vision about what to do right now to go forward and succeed. And also very gently, you will purge any latent negative emotions that would otherwise be blocking your achievement. There's not going to be any kind of deep psychological woo-woo, anything like that, but there's just subtle things happening beneath the surface, and you'll just notice it as increased clarity and positivity. And you will clearly understand your options in your career, in your business, in your life, and you'll be able to pinpoint your strengths exactly so you can leverage them into the kind of income and then the kind of lifestyle that you really want. So finally, you basically can confidently take on your future 100% clear, knowing you're on the right track and headed toward a bright, successful future. That's what this is all about. And every one of these clients I've done this for so far have had the exact same experience, and I can therefore promise that you will have the same experience. Your situation may be completely unique, but the end result will be the same. So here's how you'll experience it. It's basically a quick 5-step form to fill. It's the easiest questions you really ever saw. It's just a few questions about your background and what you're doing and things of that nature. So I have some kind of starting point and an idea of where you are, so we won't waste time when we get on a call. So the bulk of the things that happen is one fun session over the phone or over the Skype, and it's going to typically last anywhere from an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours, typically about 1.5 hours. And then when I've processed what we went through on that call, I'll create a full report and send it to you by email afterwards. And after that, we'll have some detailed follow-up over email or phone to make sure your new direction is and stays 100% clear. We can also have more than one session if you really feel like you need it or want to repeat the experience, but it's not strictly necessary as far as the formula is concerned. But if you want it, it's possible. So here's what I need you to do now. You can click on the button below to register for professional identity clearing. You just go through the sign-up process. It'll take just a few minutes, and finally fill out the 5-step form that comes up. And you can do it right away or whenever is comfortable for you. So as soon as I receive your form submission, I'll contact you myself, and we'll set up your clearing call together at a time that is best for you. That's it. Just 3 quick steps. And it's easy. The whole process is easy, so you better get used to it, because the result, the whole point of this is that your life becomes easier. You will feel lighter, you feel clear, you know what you're about, you know your place in the world, and so on. So that's what it's about. Your time to find your personal acres of diamonds, so to speak. So just remember this. Once your identity changes, everything in your life changes to reflect that. That's the truth. You can try all kinds of tricks and mind tricks and whatever, and goal achievement or whatever, but it's still your identity that dictates what actually finally happens in your life. And when you get clear, you can allow your identity to change, and then everything in it, in your life, changes, because that's universal law. So what you can do now is get clear, because now you can through this process that I've created for you. I'm waiting for you. I can't wait to do this for you. Uh, I love doing this for people. I love seeing people get back into their highest peak of energy and just go for it. So this is Juha Tunkelo signing off right now, and I hope to talk to you real soon. Bye bye.